What the heck is going on with these objectives? In particular, the week 3 objectives. Hello everybody, welcome to a dissecty, kabam, respondy, not kind of ranty, I don't know, I appreciate, this is not a nice time, but I mean for me, I found also already a process to make this a little bit more easier. FYI, a guide will be out in the next couple of hours, which will be showcasing some things if you're Cavalier, some really good places to go. They're actually, funny enough, they're asked if you've got, well, not if you've got certain champions, because I think you can do this with any champion. It's just annoying for repeating the, I don't know, boring nature of the repetitive grind, which it does bring. So yeah, I do sympathise with players, I really do. But here's the big thing. Kabam aren't going to change those objectives anytime soon. So it's either you go, I'm not going to do them, which impacts you very, very soon on what's going to happen with the further objectives. If you've seen the, not that one, but it's good to celebrate that, on here, which says, don't forget you must complete at least one of the final preparations solo objectives available from September 29th. So that's the ones that really matter in order to get more access. Multiple repeatable rewards quests to choose from, the special guest featuring rare one-time rewards, so you don't fall behind. You won't want to miss. It's up to you. Like, I don't know what you miss something, but as long as you do, the week 20 of the 29th of September, that's important. Okay, so the stuff at the moment, look, I do sympathise with players. It is repetitive nonsense is what it is, and it's kind of annoying. I mean, I don't like Act 6 in general, so going back to Act 6.2 in particular, that's got a lot of scuff, and then onwards, because it's not just 6.2, 6.3, 6.4 and all that stuff, it's kind of annoying. I think for anybody that is a kind of a Cavalier player, you want to stick with 6.2, just because of the hit pool, and just because sometimes the nodes are a little bit more best to go with. And as I said, I've found some really good options in 6.3 that could be really good repeatable stuff, some really good kind of things that are not going to be so taxing on the player. But yeah, I do agree, it is just a bit mind-numbing, but sad truth is we've got to get on and do it, or we go not interested in the side the side quest, the side objectives this month. But look, as well, I've seen a lot of things. The forum is it's kind of like bustling at the moment with responses to it. There's a post, or there's a post and a thread and a response as well going on. So yeah, first of all, so Boland says, sorry Kabam, time for another rant post. So from listening to the community of hating the end 100 fights with a special objective, you're now asking Thronebreaker players to complete fights in 6.2 or later. Why on earth would anyone want to go back into arguably the worst content you've created to complete objectives? It's true. I don't say it's funny. It's funny because it's true. That's the thing. Let alone being Thronebreaker, I personally have no intention of touching Act 6 again until it's either significantly nerfed or when I have 6-star rank 5 champions. Agreed. I mean, for me, I do plan to get this done hopefully by the end of the year. I mean, as soon as I've got my wedding out of the way, I might have some more time to then devote to going back to Act 6. But this current situation, yeah. As well, like saying, I fully explored 7.1 and 7.2, so that's why this doesn't sit well with me. And that's just the thing. You can, I think, from what I can gather, you can go back to do 7.1 and 7.2 rotations. I don't think it's particularly great for that, especially with some of the interactions. I mean, some of the nodes are fine. I think it's just the way that they're placed. Like, you don't go past 6 energy. You might I mean, there is like another potential option which I probably will add to my video. If you go into 7.2 and is it 7.2, 7.4, there is one where you get flare, and that could be like something like a more of a better option to go down, which I might, no, not there, but there's one where there's flare, or there's one where there's something that may be a bit better to kind of grind, and that, you know, could be the best one to seek out. Or you could find out that it costs you, what, 12 energy to do? To get up to anything that's kind of like going to be more of a quick process of grind to get. That's when it's annoying. That's when it's annoying. And this is why I said about 6.2, because it's all about that quick process of grind that might make this a little bit better. I mean, you look at this here and you're kind of thinking like, okay, well, I'm not exactly doing much in the way of damage, especially from like I've got to quickly move right here. Like, let's just throw a single SP2 and it's done. That's fine. I mean, I could have just thrown an SP1, of course. Let's just check to see if that kind of like clicks in with the objective. So I've already done 1 because I was testing out something. And now it's coming up with 2, so it does work. Just the problem is repeating it and kind of losing out 12 energy is not so efficient on the grind. This is why I've got these processes that are better with 6 energy, and that'll probably like do everyone fine. Actually, there's one that's just 3 energy, and it's actually one of the best ones. So again, wait for that guide. I'll post that a little bit later on. As you know, as I said, Kabam aren't going to change this anytime soon, so it's annoying. So what can we do? We've unfortunately got to get on with it, or kind of say we're not going to do it, because I just don't think Kabam are going to change it anytime soon. But let's get back to this. Lots of players having their say on the matter, you know, going like, right, well, it's not good. Oh God, no! I'm not gonna out anybody in particular that I want to kind of like have a rant of, because I've just seen something and I'm gonna pretend. And you may have seen this as I just kind of like flick through, right? I'm not gonna say anything right now, but I really was about to say something right there. Someone saying that I'm expecting week 4 and week 5 to even worse, grindy objectives. I've seen another. Oh God's sake. Anyway, look, I'm not gonna like, because I keep seeing the same person doing the same kind of I'm gonna like say that now it's come to a point where, and every time I see this person on the forum, it's antagonistic, and I think that's kind of like it's going too much like a different. I don't know if this person is just on the forums to be antagonistic. So if you're not familiar with that word, it's just winding people up for the sake of winding them up, and kind of like purposely going out of their way to. I'm going to use another word as well, provocation, for people when it goes like, you know, it's like you got to test the room and kind of figure out like, you know, even I think it's grindy, and I like grindy objectives. That's the thing. As a lot of you know, I will continue on. I will steadfast, keep calm, carry on as you normally do, and go and do it. But even I think this is kind of like a little bit too much in a certain direction. As I said, 12 energy spend in certain areas, and it's going to take a while for me to find a 3 energy option, which is kind of like sandwiched within it. That's why I said like, you know, wait for the guide later on. Kabam Miki has responded. I'm going to like move on now. Kabam Miki has responded. He said, this is our first month doing double month side quest thing, and we're still learning. I definitely see why this is frustrating though, and even though we tried to lighten the burden by reducing the number of fights from this last week, it might not have been enough. I can't spoil anything, but I do think that you'll want to complete at least one of these difficulties all the way through, even if it's just the easiest one, so you have access to the October side event. So yeah, like it's unfortunately down to the player now as to whether you want to do this or not. As I said, like, I'm going to be working hard to kind of at least kind of get people through this by providing guides and information. So make sure to keep locked to the channel, because I will be posting that in a moment. It's just annoying. And as I said, like on a personal sense, I've got about 4 ideas for side events, which I am going to be submitting to Kabam. It's just a case like I do not have as much time, especially in this last month. This is a very stressful time for like, because we've got the wedding to kind of like contend with. As soon as that's done, I will be getting back to looking into these things, and I will be submitting some ideas which just kind of like they're fun. They're really fun ideas for kind of side events, and I really hope that Kabam, I've got the template for Kabam of how to submit them. I just hope that when these ideas are submitted that they're taken into consideration, because it's all about injecting some freshness, some fun, which is something that the side events kind of have lacked this year. And you know, it hasn't been the greatest of times. I just hope that, again, this is, as Kabam Miki said, it's a learning process. But it's like, man, you've been going 7 years. Like, maybe there's a new person on the team that's kind of submitting ideas and kind of like, oh, okay, we've got an idea, maybe we'll run with this. It's different, and it's like, well, it's just understand that if you don't, maybe these people play the game as much as say, you guys watching this, maybe they don't. Maybe there's something to learn from in the future. But yeah, I don't know really much to say except for this has been very disappointing. And yeah, everybody seems to be, or a large quantity of people seem to be quite unhappy with the state of it. Yeah, I mean, Mutant Treasure Island. Thing is, I was going to myself, let's have Mutant Treasure Island 2, the revenge of Pirate Pool or something. Imagine if it was that. I'm sure players would kind of like love that a lot. But yeah, Sad. Hit, swing and a miss at the end of the day. But what are your thoughts on this side event, these objectives? Put it in the comment section down below. And if there's any further update, I'll let you know. But it's been, big old scufferoony time when it comes to this. So yeah, catch some content that's on screen right now. Do bear in mind, I will be working on the guide in a minute and having it out. I've done Cavalier. I'm now working on the uncollected side of things to make that a little bit more easier. Appreciate you. Have a good time. And bye-bye for now.